That's why you don't do your fingernails. You can't have long fingernails when you play. Closely cropped. Adams fires it through. Was always tall as a youngster. She said she spent her entire childhood waiting for boys to grow.
Like, so did I, Emily, and I'm only 5'10".
She was a basketball player until she was 14 and stopped playing that because she didn't like to run. According to her, April Ross, pretty good serve. Set left trouble for Collymore, and she works it. So Collymore wasn't even a starter at the beginning of the year until the injury to Benavia Jenkins, and now she is developing into a big star. 7 kills. Playing
like a veteran, and Mary Wise says of her, she's got a huge upside, has the potential to become one of the best ever at Florida.
Into the middle, Adams. Oh, Rachel Engel. Over to Collymore, and she puts it away.
With a whoa! The young gun just coming out and playing lights out. This is a player who had very little playing time against USC in both the national tournament a year ago and the first time they played this year, and she is playing with so much confidence.
Seelhammer is in. Osofsky goes out trying to shore up the serve-receive. Anderson sets left, Burdine. And touching the net was Florida. Apparently it was Moskovic. If you had just joined us, this is the national championship match. The two remaining teams, USC and Florida. Florida winning game 1 30-25. Florida leading here in game 2, 8-6. So yes, the upset is brewing. Florida wearing the orange uniforms, the Gator uniforms. And USC just has not found its rhythm yet.
Big problem for USC in the semis against Minnesota. Mick Haley was not content with the way that they played. He said, we passed poorly. They judge it on a 1 to 5 scale. They passed a 2-1, which is not good. Team average is about a 2-6. That needs to improve, helps their offense improve.
Slam tip on the right side, and now the Florida subs will come back in. Chapman in the front line, and Williams into the back line. Taylor Williams to serve. Her dad was a basketball player at the University of Florida, a pretty good one. You might remember, if you're a basketball fan, Chip Williams averaged 16 points a game. And the daughter doing the serving. Here comes Candelas, blocked. Outside to Burdine. And she goes right over the top of Moskovic. That's the weak point, at least in the front line for Florida.
Well, I think this is the weakest rotation because it's Chapman and Moskovic, probably the two weakest blockers of this entire rotation. Florida needs to side out and rotate out of this rotation.
Well, maybe not the weakest, but the shortest bears in the lineup for the Gators. Or something like that. Cruz! Cruz. Wow, what an angle. Facing line and chopping. So Audi now with 5 kills.
Watch the athleticism, the height that she gets, and then the hang time to allow herself to just crank and cut that shot to the right.
10-8, game 2. Moskovic serving. Now Florida in its best rotation. Candelas. And Candelas again, 8 kills for Beebe. She may be playing in the 2004 Olympics if Mexico could qualify. They do not have a great national team program in Mexico, and she is by far one of their best players. Left side, Cruz, tip again. Pancake, yes! A left-hand pancake by Anderson. It's okay. Right side, Robinson. And Jackie Robinson continues to pound away. Boy, she is a spectacular right side hitter.
And give Florida some credit for playing the whistle. They continued to play even when they thought that ball was down. Sometimes the pancake can be deceiving.
Now, Audi Cruz already 3 service errors. That's a pretty good one. Anderson in the middle. And Cruz throws. I think she thought it was out. It went right by her. So Osofsky gets kill number 2. And set for frontline duty. Candelas looking over for the serving signal. And it's a high pop-up. Good pass. Robinson again.
Just taking care of business. It is such a threat to have such a physically imposing presence on the right side. You always want your right side player to be a great blocker because they're going up against the team's best outside hitter. A great matchup, the left side versus the right side.
Now Michelle Chapman to serve. High lollipop. Left side to Ross. That's okay on the first contact. Williams is blocked. So Emily Adams was there.
And Moskovic can't run right into Emily Adams. She's got a three, something away from the imposing 6'6" Emily Adams.
12-11. SC can tie here, tip. No, Moskovic is there. High left, Collymore. And she blasts right through. Nice play by Collymore. Again to Collymore. And SC's got it. Long rally favors which team, Heather Cox?
Oh, I give it to Florida. They're much better defensively than they were earlier in the season.
12-11 our score. Burdine, not yet. Free ball to SC. Bad pass. Here comes Ross. And Ross puts it away. April Ross, the senior from Newport Beach, California. 4 kills for her.
Playing with so much energy, taking big swings, using a full 3-step approach.
Tied at 12. Robinson hitting off the hands. Even when the block is there, she knows what to do with it. Now she goes out. The defensive specialist, Rachel Engel, is in.
Yeah, the Florida hitters not showing intimidation against this imposing USC block.
Davis. And Williams gets the block. Did it land in? Yes.
And the reason that Florida is not intimidated is because they went out and recruited. They recruited somebody that's 6'7" in Eric Peterson. Mary Weiss said, I wanted to get Emily Adams to come to our gym every day and block against us, but she was a little busy. So we recruited a volunteer assistant in Eric Peterson. The team calls him 6'7" because he's got that height and he's able to, in practice, every single day, give them the reps so that they aren't intimidated when they come out in this type of environment. Bring in the big fella. So far, it appears to be working. Florida playing smoothly, leading 1-0 and 14-13. Beautiful dig by Ross. And Adams puts it away. Emily Adams. 14 all. Now Ross will serve. Had 7 aces in a match earlier this year against Arizona State. Cruz through the hands of Anderson. Burdine will get it back. No, she won't. It's Adams. And Adams lost her footwork coming around the horn. She got stuck. And Florida there for the block. So the first official timeout of game 2. One more look at the Florida block, waiting for Emily Adams. We're coming back. The Gators on top.
I sample grapes, and it's okay if you take the loose ones.
Know how to take advantage of a good thing?
I donate blood for the free juice and cookies.
Here's something else you'll find hard to resist.
If I don't take them, someone else will.
AT&T's unlimited phone and internet offer.
I'm on the internet all I want, and I make hundreds of calls all over the country.
Unlimited local, unlimited long distance, and unlimited internet. Call 1-800-4ATT now and get it all from one company, all on one bill, and all for just $66.90 a month. That's just $2.23 a day.
Dr. Bank Exterminator.
I ate lunch at meetings I wasn't even invited to.
The more you use it, the better the deal.
Bank. Motel.
Call 1-800-4ATT now. Take advantage of us.
The NCAA Division I Volleyball Championship continues between USC and Florida. The Gators winning game 1 and leading here in game 2. Yeah, USC trying to complete an undefeated season and defend their national championship, but so far Florida's been the better team.
They've been more aggressive at the net, defensively at the net. Blocking has been the story. Florida with 7 stuff blocks already. Great timing, hip to hip, a lot of communication, good penetration with the hands. That was the key to Florida's win against Hawaii as well in the national semis. It doubled up the Rainbow Wahine in blocking. It's really the only stat that they beat Hawaii, and Hawaii had more points, more digs, more kills, better hitting percentage, but blocking was the differentiator.
Out of the back line, April Ross. Over to Cruz. Free ball SC, down by 1. Burdine. I love Kale Burdine. Takes a good look and then right over the top.
She plays like somebody that's been playing volleyball all of her life, and she has. Her parents founded a volleyball club in Southern California called Fusion, and she is just a gym rat.
15-all now. Here comes Collymore, and Collymore hit it out. So USC has the lead. Second lead in this game, and the SC fans come alive. Adams serving. Got a pretty good floater moving. Moskovic, double contact, good call. You cannot set from one hand to the other hand, left to right hand transfer, or you can't get stuck. Those are the two ball handling violations. And Florida has called timeout. USC back in the lead.
Now through Saturday, Zales has the lowest prices of the season on beautiful jewelry. Like this $4.99 half-carat 3-stone diamond pendant, now just $1.99. Now through Saturday only at Zales, the diamond store.
From Comedy Central on DVD. Buy the Emmy-nominated complete third season of South Park in a collector's edition box set. Extras include mini commentaries from the creators on all 17 legendary episodes. DVD in stores now.
Let's go. Let's buy.
You know what's the biggest problem advertising the refreshing taste of 7-Up? Getting people to sit still for your commercials. Come on. Breathe. Well, problem solved. Here you go, sir. Enjoy yourself.
I'm just making sure you watch the whole thing. Pay attention. Here you go. Can't handle it.
Back at Reunion Arena, 30-25 game one, 17-15. Mick Haley, his team 34-0, and a little earlier talked about the challenge of going undefeated.
We really tried to focus on each match, allowing us to get better and accepting the challenge of the opponents, and then looking at what they attempt to do in their tactical preparation to see if it in fact is successful. If we can still win the match, then we can go back in the gym and work on some other things the next week. So that part of it's not very hard unless you make it a big thing to be undefeated.
NCAA record, 46 consecutive match wins. However, that's not a school record. The USC school record set back in the AIAW days, 1977-78 team won 57 in a row. So the Trojans still have a little bit of work to do.
Well, this is, yeah, exactly. This is a tradition-rich program. Players like Debbie Green, 5 Olympians on that 1977 team, setting the standard for the women of Troy.
How about that? You have the NCAA record, but you don't own the school record. USC wearing the white uniforms, Florida in orange. Lauren Moskovic, the setter. Audi Cruz, the star, wearing number 9 for Florida. 3-time SEC Player of the Year, All-American First Team, candidate for Player of the Year. And she has to play well all the time for the Gators to challenge here.
She really is the X factor for this team. Mary Wise said, no, I don't think we can win if Audi has a subpar performance. That's how critical.
Ace for Taylor Williams.
The other interesting stat that Mary Wise told me to watch, one is serving. Can they serve USC off the court? Taylor Williams doing her best. The other thing is kills. She said this is a lofty goal, but I think we need 20 kills per game. Well, they got 19 in game one, so they're well on their way.
Another good serve by Williams. Cruz had the dig. Cruz is up, and she tips it into the net. Boy, she's going to that tip so much. April Ross was camped, and USC will get it back.
And it's interesting, she just turned to her setter, Lauren Moskovic, and gave her the thumbs up sign, which means I want it a little bit higher.
Well, you got to take a whip at that. You got to take a swing at that. 18-17. And Cruz hit it out. So a couple of spiking errors in a row for Audi Cruz. And USC with a 2-point lead.
And Lauren Moskovic just changed the offensive call. Mary Wise called it in from the bench.
Back set to Cruz, and nobody there.
Great adjustment by Mary Wise. She's doing the old Tiger Woods fist pump because she knew at the last minute she got her star in a successful situation. Instead of going up against the block on the right side, she swung her around to the other antenna where USC wasn't expecting it.
USC blockers are big, folks, but they fell asleep on that play. Nobody there. Anderson will set left. Olsovsky, who's been practicing as a left side player. Here comes Collymore, tip. Davis goes and gets it. Nice up by Moskovic. High left set, that's high enough. Another tip down the line. Olszewski, who's going to take the swing? Put some heat on it, Cruz. There she goes, Davis has got the dig. Burdine. K.O. Burdine. A year ago, she was the most valuable performer in the championship match.
And already tonight, she's been a key offensive ingredient. 7 kills now. The plus, though, is she's been so efficient, really making the most with the ball she's been set.
2018, Robinson around the horn. And it's outside the antenna. So Jackie Robinson gets another kill.
At no time can the ball travel outside the plane of the antenna. It's the red and white striped plastic pole on the side of both nets.
Nick Haley thought that that ball was inside, and he's giving the down referee a ration. Now Cruz with the serve, 20-19 our score. Olszewski, that's the exact ball she put away for championship point a year ago against the Stanford Card.
Look at the huge armsman, keeps the ball in front of her so she can see the block. Great set from Tony Anderson.
21-19, game 2. Florida won the first. Collymore, nice shot. If the block is big, work the hands, sizzle the pits.
Yeah, exactly. The timing was perfect. Collymore able to see Emily Adams' hands coming off the net a little bit. Collymore, I'm just so impressed with her demeanor. Very consistent.
Big story here in game 2. Both teams playing evenly, but Florida not blocking USC like they did in game 1. Thus, it's close. Back set, nobody there, and Olszewski drills it. Nice dig by Cruz. Cruz will keep it in play. Or will she? No! Wow.
I sense that Audi Cruz is starting to put a little bit of pressure on herself, starting to feel tight. Free ball opportunity, you just want to give it to USC, give them the opportunity to block.
Over. Yeah.
Don't be tricky.
Cruz out of the back line, and she snaps it down.
That's what she needed. Start thinking about the next play, not think about the freaky free ball she just had.
22-21. Now Rachel Engel comes in. She's been a key so far defensively. Deborah Seelhammer is in as a passing specialist. Tony Anderson.
That's a great idea. When you've got April Ross on one antenna, Emily Adams running the other, she's splitting the entire court with the offensive call, and then boom, knows that the middle is wide open because nobody thinks the setter is going to hit.
Anderson doesn't do that a lot. That's why it's very effective. 23-21 now. April Ross serves it out. USC on the year came in with 169 aces and 219 service errors. How's that for a ratio?
I think that's pretty darn good. Okay. Coaches want to be about 1-to-1 or 2 errors to 1 ace if they're doing a lot of jump serving.
Burdine, see it. K.O. Burdine is eating up Lauren Moskovic over on the right side. Burdine now with 8 kills. A kill is...
Go ahead, what is a kill?
I was going to say a kill is a successful spike.
Got it.
You can't dig up a kill if you're new to volleyball. Can't dig it up. It's got to go down. Moskovic. And a nice up by Seelhammer. Burdine chopping. Good coverage by Collymore. Set left, Cruz. And Cruz pops it through. That's down.
What I was about to say with Moskovic is I think Florida should mix it up a little bit. Fool around with Moskovic. Have her blocking left. Have her blocking middle. So at least USC has to think about where she is and watch her at all times. Don't just know you can go over her on the outside.
I agree. You have to have a little deception. Now Taylor Williams back in. Burdine, and no. Unable to get there is Cruz. So Sherry Williams is going to come back in. Taylor Williams. Williams for Williams. No relation. And it's 25-23. USC trying to bag game 2. And
Florida,
even it up here.
Not a great rotation. Front row with Moskovic, Chapman in the middle. They've got Cruz that they'll rely on.
They send it back to Chapman, and she nails it. Michelle Chapman was the happiest woman in the world in semifinal action after the ball came over at match point, and it dropped at her feet. At the same time, Audi Cruz was cramping a bit. Gators got another opportunity and then finished off Florida. 25-24. Beebe. And USC on offense looking very smooth now.
Well, they're running a little bit more up-tempo, more sophisticated, and relying on Ken Dalick a lot more. They know that Adams is a little out of sync, so use your other middle as much as you can. Get some work out of her.
Florida had 5 blocks in game 1. Gators only have 2 here in game 2. USC leads it 26-25. Howdy Cruz. Nice pass by Davis. And April Ross went right over the top.
And that is what a perfect pass will do to you. Davis just getting underneath Cruz's jump serve and allowing USC to run all offensive options.
Reunion Arena, Dallas, Texas, the final volleyball matchup of the year. An undefeated team going for back-to-back national titles. That's USC. Florida number 3 in its first title match. And Florida giving USC everything it wants. That ball spiked out of bounds by Robinson.
And right now, Florida needs the pass. Mary Wise wants to take a timeout so she can draw up the offensive play off of the good pass. Also trying to ice the server of Mick Haley's team.
28-25 USC. Now let's take a look at the Home Depot coaching clinic with Florida head coach Mary Wise.
In the sport of volleyball, offense is based on trying to get your hitter matched up against one blocker, because in a hitter against 2 blockers, then the defense has more of an advantage. That's why it all starts with the first tempo set to our middle hitter. If we can get our middle hitter hitting against 1 blocker, she's got a better chance to score. On the high sets, you're usually going to see 2 blockers. We start by establishing the middle to create seams between the middle blocker closing to the outside. And if you're really lucky in transition from defense to offense, you can get this middle hitter hitting against no blockers.
Her Gator teams with 11 undefeated Southeastern Conference seasons, the last 9 straight, Heather.
Yeah, they have just dominated the Southeastern Conference. And talked to Mary Wise about how do you create offensive opportunities like she was just talking about in the Home Depot clinic. She said, you know, against a 6'5" front line like USC's, you have to have a consistent side-out attack. They did that in game 1. They haven't done that here in game 2. You also have to be very low error.
Mary Wise, outstanding. She has a strong support system. Her husband, Mark Wise, in attendance all the time.
Also a color analyst for Sunshine and Fox Sports Southwest.
That's right. You got to watch what you say about Mary on these telecasts. Jackie Robinson is blocked. And so USC, a critical block there. April Ross right in the middle. And suddenly USC has its first game point. 29-25. Mendez with the pass. Collymore. Nice up. This could be it. This should be it. Ross. Not yet. Mendez with a dig. Left side, Collymore. And she slams it down the line. Good shot.
Yeah, with her shoulder showing like she's going to hit cross court, and then at the last minute, very deceptive down the line.
Second game point for USC. 29-26. It's a shorty. Ross for the win. Over the top. Diving save. Moskovic. Collymore. Right to Ross. Osofsky's for the win. Blocked by Collymore. Jane was up high. 29-27. Things getting tight now. Third game point. Can SC put it away? Ross again. No! Chapman with a dig. Free ball. USC on the attack. Back set, Adams. Chapman pops it up. Whip it over to Collymore. That's it! A roof by the USC women of Troy.
You can't give USC that many free balls and not expect them to come away with the point. USC made great adjustments in game 2. Much more efficient attackers, and their blocking game got on track.
Mary Wise's squad wins game 1. The Mick Haley's team breaks through in game 2. Adams and Osofsky were tied 1 game apiece. We'll have more in a minute.
I'll have a
won't hook up to our TV.
You don't want your gift of a DVD player or video game system to make the holidays blue because it can't be hooked up. So get a stereo RF modulator from Radio Shack. It delivers full stereo sound and hooks up your electronics to TVs without the proper inputs.
Sorry, baby. I should have checked the TV.
The stereo RF modulator from Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
Now you beat the egg whites on high speed until soft.
You, me, outside. We gotta talk. A minivan? You gotta be like, what kind of action do you think we're gonna get in a minivan? You might as well walk around in a skirt. We had game, man. And then you go and... Nice. It's got a big back seat.
The Odyssey from Honda.
Michael Jennings uncovered a secret so dangerous, they erased his memory.
This is a matter of national security. I don't remember what I did.
But he left himself 19 clues.
You don't remember me, do you?
Take him. For the mission he must complete.
I have to prevent something terrible from happening.
Ben Affleck, Aaron Eckhart, Uma Thurman. From director John Woo.
Don't you believe in second chances?
Paycheck, rated PG-13. Starts Christmas Day everywhere.
I have to focus. Gather everything I've learned. All my successes. All my sacrifices. All my pain. And concentrate that energy into one moment. That's a moment I'll use every single day of my life.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Back in Dallas, Texas, we're at intermission in between games 2 and 3. The Division I NCAA Volleyball Championship, Florida winning game 1, USC coming back and winning game 2. Now, let's check in with Reese Davis at the NCAA Championship studio. Reese?
USC and Florida battling for the final title in the fall championship season in the NCAA. Glad to have you with us in our NCAA championship studio. When Division III football hardware handed out earlier this afternoon, Mount Union hadn't lost a football game since 1999. Won their national semifinal game 66-0, but rolling in against St. John's of Minnesota. John Gallardi's team on the final play of the first half didn't even throw it to the end zone, and Jake Heiss. Oh, so what? We don't have contact in practice. I got your contact, pal. He powers into the end zone. In a 17-6 game, this is the backbreaker. Mount Union picked off by St. John's Mike Zahar. He's coastal. He's nationwide. 99 yards he houses it, 24-6. The Johnnies win their first title since 1976. John Gallardi with 414 victories now, more than anyone in NCAA football history. The other titleist in football, Delaware, the Fighting Blue Hens, taking care of Colgate on Friday night. Grand Valley State taking the Division II crown. In soccer, Indiana wins again. 6th title for Jerry Yeagley. North Carolina outscored its competition on the women's side, 32-0 in soccer. Cross country, Stanford dominant in both women's and men's competition. Buoyancy, the key on the West Coast. UCLA and USC, both the water polo champions, and for the second straight year, Wake Forest takes home the women's field hockey title. We still have a volleyball title to decide. Perhaps USC will have a big run in the fall. Florida has other ideas.
Sometimes it feels like it could go on forever. At Hertz, we know exactly how you feel. That's why we developed Hertz #1 Club Gold. No lines, no paperwork, no waiting. And now, just rent 3 times and treat yourself to the Hertz free weekend. Go to Hertz.com for details.
Welcome to the House of Beer. We have 170 kinds of beer from all over the world. The beers are color-coded and separated by country, style, and color. Call me when you're ready.
I'm ready. I'll have a Sam Adams.
Yeah.
You can go around the world and not find a better beer than Samuel Adams. Always a good decision.
Inside that flashlight is something familiar. A battery. And while it may not be the biggest decision of your day, consider this. In the land of Middle-earth, the filmmakers of The Lord of the Rings trusted one battery in every one of their light meters, Duracell. So no matter how you play make-believe, it just has to work. Duracell, trusted everywhere.
Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, in theaters now.
The Logitech cordless keyboard and mouse. No cords to tie you up, slow you down, or hold you back. What will you do with all that freedom?
Back in Dallas, Texas, the Division I NCAA Volleyball Championship. We're tied at 1 game apiece. Well, last night we sent the USC Women of Troy out with a DVD camp. Here's what we came back with.
Hi, we're here with Alvin Adams, father of USC volleyball star Emily Adams. Alvin, what's it like to have a daughter on the USC defending national champs?
Wow.
Does she feel like she's learned a lot from you through basketball? Have you taught her anything? Do you think you could teach us a few things about basketball right now?
I don't think you would listen to anything I say. All right, that's why she went to volleyball. And frankly, I think Lynn, Alicia's dad, and I, we're tired of this whole father-daughter thing. We think they stand on their own.
Tooth fine. This is our desk. So nice. And then, so Alicia came into her room. Knee pads, $15. Shoes, $60. Spandex, $25. Being a champion, priceless. Oh, I'm gonna do a star, kind of like that, and I'm gonna write hardcore right across. What's up, dog?
Oh, those pesky USC Women of Troy, they are party animals. Olszewski and Adams with the block. USC and Florida tied 1 game apiece.
Introducing Blue Cash, a new card from American Express. It gives you up to 5% cash back on virtually everything you buy. The more you use it, the more you get back.
The best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I need money. That's what I
So call 1-800-BLUE-CASH now to apply and start earning up to 5% back. Blue Cash, it's so money. New Blue Cash, the card that gives you up to 5% cash back with the flexibility to pay over time. No annual fee and 0% APR for 6 months.
I need money. That's what I want.
Oh, and did we mention? You get up to 5% cash back. Call 1-800-BLUE-CASH now to apply. Blue Cash from American Express. It's blue with a lot of green.
Coca-Cola brings you Championship Expressions. Coca-Cola, real.
Florida impressive in game 1. USC turning it around in game 2. Welcome back, everybody. Along with Heather Cox, I'm Chris Marlowe. USC undefeated, going for a national championship. They're second in a row. I think Florida's played right with them, but what I see right now is Florida, they have their chance, but they're not attacking. They're not going after it and grabbing it.
I agree 100%. They've got to seize the opportunity. They came out with a great game plan to sort of neutralize, make USC very human, and they have not been able to capitalize on it. They're tentative in their swings. They're not going after it. To win a national championship, you have to just put your heart out there. You have to go after it.
Florida is digging great. They're getting swings, and Audi Cruz is the key person here, Heather. She's the big gun. She's got to take swings like that and put balls away.
Really rediversify, redistribute your offense. Don't make her predictable. If you just set her high and outside, it's like putting blood out to the Sharks. USC is going to have a feeding frenzy. They have got to find ways to open up against USC's block. Florida continues to outblock USC, but they don't have the huge margin like they did in game 1. Because of that, USC able to hit 214 as a team in game 2.
9 kills, but hitting 200, and a lot of that is tips or dinks, if you like, that have gone over the net that have been recovered by USC.
Yeah, meanwhile, Bibiana Candelas, 9 kills, but more impressive, 750 hitting percentage. She is getting it done every time she swings at the ball.
So USC starts on the right side of the court, and the Gators on the left side of the court. It seems that Mick Haley has steadied out his team now. Cruz off speed. And he's sticking with that 5-1 attack. One setter at 5 hitters. Collymore looping. And Nicole Davis with a great dig. Talking about great liberos. Nicole Davis, one of the best. Collymore. And a free ball. Moscovic. Collymore wide open, and she scores. The sophomore has been good. 11 kills. Florida's led each game 1-0. You're looking for a trend, and now Michelle Chapman will serve. A ball inadvertently rolled near the court, so they're going to do it again. Here's Chapman. Pretty good pass. Anderson. And Candelas is blocked. So the Gators, who are a very good blocking team. And Williams says, yeah, hey, let's do some more of that.
And they're hoping that they get the hitting percentage down to that 122 that they held USC to in game 1. See the huge difference in improvement for USC and a big drop for Florida.
Serve out of bounds, and USC will get the ball back. Only 4 squads in NCAA championship history have gone back-to-back. Hawaii in the 80s, Pacific in the mid-80s, UCLA in the early 90s, and Stanford. USC trying to accomplish that feat. And over the net, back row attacker was Lauren Moscovic. Can you explain that rule real quick?
Yeah, Moscovic cannot be an attacker. When she's setting out of the back row, she has to set the ball. She can't attack it. If it crosses the plane of the net, that's considered an attack.
Cruz, nice shot. And that is a play that bails out the Gators. Bad pass, good set, and a big hit. 10 kills for Cruz. If she's my big gun, I want her attacking. I want her bombing away.
But you got to move her around. You just can't go high and outside every time. USC will camp out on Cruz.
Agreed. Next play inside. And the put away.
And the reason Florida had so much success in game 1 is it had support. Players like Collymore, Jackie Robinson, Sherry Williams were huge factors in game 1, but they kind of went away in game 2. Sherry Williams needs to reemerge for Florida.
You know, it's really tough to set the quick when Emily Adams is there. They list her at 6'6", but her dad was listed at 6'9", and on the DVD cam.
I noticed that. You know what, though? We didn't take in the heel factor. Do you think Emily Adams might have had some heels on? Because I thought the same thing. They were almost eye to eye.
Yeah, but he might have been wearing heels, too. You don't know that.
Never know.
4-3.
She shot.
And a big hit by Collymore. She will be an All-American next year. Once again, former NBA star Alvin Adams for the Phoenix Suns. 14 years. He was a very, very good player. And his daughter, Emily Adams. That was funny, Alvin saying, hey, when I tried to get you to play basketball, you never listened to me. That's why you went to volleyball. She quit when she was 14.
Emily said it's because she didn't want to run, but we know she just didn't want to have to listen to her dad all the time. Pick a sport that he didn't excel in.
5-4, USC, third game. We're live. Hope you're enjoying live volleyball on the Deuce. Sherry Williams, right there is Ross. Over to Burdine, and see you later.
Yeah, Burdine getting the dream matchup of the century. You cannot leave Lauren Moscovic one-on-one against any attackers. Look at this. Florida just got faked out. Moscovic one-on-one. That is advantage USC every time.
USC attack starting to roll. And Ross is really putting on the heat with that serve. And spiking it hard is Cruz. Cruz.
And Cruz has had success every single time she's swung at the ball when it hasn't been a high outside set. When they're running around and letting Cruz beat USC to the block because of her quickness, they're having success.
Taylor Williams to serve, the first local recruit from Gainesville, Florida to get a scholarship ever for Mary Wise. And she's already paid dividends today with an ace and some tough serving as SC gets the ball back. Burdine with 11 kills. They will be picking a championship MVP. She got it last year. She could get it again today.
Oh, she has just been the picture of consistency.
7-5, Adams serving. Cruz. Off speed, pancake, Ross got it up. And Osofsky trying to dive over her teammate, couldn't get there.
Yeah, the key to good defense, when you get a ball up, you've got to pop it away from you. Here, Ross gets the great pancake, but it goes straight up right over her, and she just can't get out of the way fast enough.
Good play, good try. SC down to get it. Burdine again. K.O. Burdine. Mick Haley told me earlier in this year what he likes about her is she's still improving. She's getting better still. As a junior, she'll be back next year. 8-6, Florida sets left. Jackie Robinson. So Jackie Robinson teeing off on the left side. 10 kills for JR.
What a great matchup advantage Jackie Robinson is as a right side blocker. So physical out there.
Burdine tips it. Mendez got it off the net. SC Candelas. Oh, beautiful play by Moskovic. Unfortunately for Gator fans, it went right to BB at 6-5.
You know, Florida's playing some great defense getting it up, but not able to put it away in transition because it's so hard to get the ball by that huge USC wall.
9-7 USC. Set back to Robinson. Burdine with a dig. Olsofsky got it! Katie with the kill. Black headband starting to kick in.
Going with the retro look.
10-7. And the serve out of bounds. So Florida gets it back. Now serving is Chapman. Game one was not pretty for USC. Since then, the Trojans have been clicking. Off the top, ball dug. Moskovic back set. And putting it away again, Jackie Robinson, who's really struggled this year with injuries. First the foot, then the back.
And transition is becoming so important for Florida. The ability to convert defense to offense, and a very happy Papa.
Yo, her dad, Jerry, all-pro linebacker. They still got some guns on him. He put together for the Raiders. 10-9 now. Florida tighten it up. Anderson sets inside. And the rejection.
That is a sweet adjustment by the Gator block, taking a huge step in. USC runs the flare to Ross. That's a ball that's way inside. Both Robinson and Williams, great vision, perfect adjustment.
Stuffing it, just like Daddy used to do on a run play. Now Candelas over to Ross again.
Exact same play.
Chapman gets in there. And Florida, I think Chapman, after she dug it up, slipped and took a skid and could not get back and get it.
And that is the second time in this national championship weekend we have seen a play like that right around Chapman.
11-10, Women of Troy. Williams over the top. Ross, and Ross right through the hands of Sherry Williams. Sometimes it's a good hit, sometimes it's a lucky hit. That was lucky. Went right through the hands of Williams. A field goal. Still, Trojans will take it. 12-10. Game 3. Robinson. And Robinson off the hands, yes. That's kind of an art, isn't it?
It is, and it's probably the best attack you can have because it is absolutely unplayable. If you can hit high hands off the fingertips of the block, it bounces so high out of the gym that nobody can get it.
Yeah, you don't have to hit it into the block. You hit it off of the block. Adams. Moskovic sets left. And Collymore does it again.
Same exact thing. High hands. It's a rebound type of a play. It reflects off the fingertips and goes out of reach.
kills for Collymore. Now, what can you do with your USC? Well, you could lower your hands a little bit, press over more. Here comes Olsovsky. Tip. Nice up. Coverage. Free ball. Moskovic. Collymore's been hot. Davis with the dig. Nicole Davis. Williams. Collymore. Chopping. SC. Good defense. Can Florida put it down? Collymore. That's a bad set. Bad hit.
At that point, you just have to be smart and hit it. She's been so successful hitting high hands. Here's the previous play off the high hands of Emily Adams. There's the deflection, makes it impossible for anybody to dig behind it. That is the most successful attack in all of volleyball.
SC by 1. Williams. You know, when you're a young hitter, Heather, like Collymore, she's good at hitting good sets. She's outstanding, but she's not great at hitting the bad sets yet, as she will be when she's a senior.
Kind of a difference maker,
Yeah,
exactly. To be a great hitter, there's no such thing as a bad set. You turn a bad set into an opportunity.
Seelhammer got the pass. Here comes Ross. Moskovic got a block for a moment. Ross, and right over the top again of Moskovic.
And that's a smart swing. That's exactly what we didn't see Kim Willoughby of Hawaii do in the national semi. She, too, like Ross, was matched up against Moskovic, typically the weakest blocker, and was trying too hard and kept hitting it out. You just have to roll shot it over her.
April Ross with the hammer. Cruz. Davis is piling up the digs. And Burdine is there. So the Florida block is a little more confused. And Tony Anderson doing a brilliant job of distributing.
Florida just getting faked out and leaving USC one-on-one against the Gator block.
The defending national champion USC women of Troy after losing game 1. Watch out, because they're turning it on now.
By out-accelerating, out-handling, and outperforming the competition, the Grand Prix Comp G earned Pontiac the right to become the official performance machines of the NCAA. The newly redesigned 2004 Pontiac Grand Prix. Fuel for the soul.
Welcome back to the national championship matchup. Florida and USC tied 1 game apiece. A reminder tonight, ESPN2 has the heavyweight women's NCAA basketball matchup as part of the Big 12 SEC Challenge. 5:30 Eastern. 9th ranked Georgia takes on 5th ranked Texas. Andy Landers and Jody Conrad, 2 of the best coaches. Then tomorrow at 3 Eastern, the 2nd ranked Tennessee Lady Vols take on the 15th ranked Oklahoma Sooners. ESPN, your exclusive home for the NCAA Women's Championship.
Well, we talked about 4 great coaches in that game. Landers and Conrad. You've also got Sherry Cole and Pat Summitt.
That game, that first game, coming up right after volleyball. So a good doubleheader for you today on ESPN2. And KO is up high. KO Burdine, the stuff. And it's 16-13.
Florida has to find a way to slow down the momentum. USC is playing on all cylinders right now, starting to play with the confidence. Great vision lining up on the hitting shoulder there.
Trojans hitting 381 so far in game 3. Cruz. And no touch detected. And it's another point for USC. You get the feeling SC clicking now, getting momentum, starting to turn it on. 20 hitting errors for Florida. Coming over, Adams slammed up. That she learned from her dad, how to 2-hand dunk. And timeout, the Gators.
Florida has just a breakdown in ball control, passing, and because of that, they're not able to execute on transition.
There are some advantages to being 6'6". When the ball's on the net, Emily Adams takes care of business.
I'm Bob Vila, and these are offers to get credit cards. It's pretty easy to get them, not so easy to get out from under the bills. But now you can. Just call Home 123. They'll show you how to turn your high-interest credit card bills into one bill that's probably a lot less than you're paying now, and the interest may even be tax-deductible. So call Home 123 right now and get rid of all those credit card bills. There's no obligation, so call this number now to speak to the loan counselors at Home 123. It's how to get the money you need.
We're in Big D, Dallas, Texas. What a week it has been. NCAA Championship Volleyball. We're inside Reunion Arena. A solid crowd on hand to watch the championship final. Along with Heather Cox, I'm Chris Marlowe, USC and Florida. Florida in game one. Very impressive. USC started in the 6-2 rotation. It didn't work very well. They had some cohesion problems. Florida blocked well, and Florida winning game one easily. Second game, it seemed like USC in the 5-1 rotation started to get its momentum, and it's carried over.
Yeah, their blocking was a lot better. They're also hitting much more efficiently, and right now they're thriving with the 7-1 run behind the great serving of April Ross. Just sets up this USC defense, and there's a football.
So a football called on April Ross. The referee making the call. Once again, the linesman right behind. And it's 19-14. So here is Taylor Williams in. 27 aces regular season. Right to Burdine. Nice dig, Moskovic. Burdine. Taylor Williams there. Cruz, yes. So maybe the Gators aren't dead yet. 19-15.
Something to keep our eye on. Both setters are in the front row right now, Moskovic and Anderson. So they're going to go high outside to Cruz, so Cruz can hit over Anderson, look for Anderson to set Burdine so she can do the same.
The serve just out of bounds. Good eye there by Nicole Davis, the senior libero. Now Taylor Williams goes out, and that usually means Stephanie Williams back into the front line. Excuse me, Sherry Williams. 20-15 our score. A lot of Williams in this match. Chapman. And no, this is a very difficult rotation, as you alluded to, for the Gators.
And we talked about game 2. Florida wasn't being aggressive. They weren't attacking enough. They've adjusted. In game 3, we're not seeing them tipping as much. They're hitting a lot of powerful shots, but they're going out.
That's an ace for EA.
Talk about a change in focus. USC is just executing very few mental errors here in the second and third game. And you'd expect that from the defending
Really
champs.
putting on a lot of pressure with their serving. Their serving game is causing the Gators real trouble. Cruz, Burdine pops it up. Remember, on first contact, you can mangle it pretty good. Second contact has to be clean. And Cruz wails it out of bounds. And that's not good news.
Cruz is putting way too much responsibility on herself. I think she's feeling a tremendous amount of pressure to do everything. So if you're USC, I think you serve Cruz, you go after her. Just continue to put the heat on her.
23-15. USC has the lead. The libero for USC is Nicole Davis. We've talked a lot about the libero and the responsibilities that she has, but let's let Davis tell you about it in her own style. Here she is.
Hi, my name's Nicole Davis. I'm the libero from USC, and you're probably all wondering what the libero is, and I'm going to tell you. To start with, as a libero, there's a few things I can do, and there's a lot of things I can't do. Most of all, I pass and play defense. Now the things I can't do. I can't serve, I can't hit, and I can't block. My role on the team is to set the tone for the defense. But most of all, I like to frustrate the opponents by not letting anything hit the floor. So you guys probably thought I forgot to bring the right colored jersey from home, but I tricked you. I'm supposed to wear a different colored jersey. Most of all, I like to stand out.
Nicole wants to play on the USA national team. And I asked Mick Haley how he compared Nicole to Stacey Sikora, the starting libero for the great United States team. He says Stacey is a better digger. Nicole is a better passer in terms of comparing those two. And Mick Haley coached them both.
Either one would be tremendous assets to Toshi Yoshida and the Olympic team. Now, the libero cannot serve, cannot attack, can come in any time in the game, a lot like a hockey substitution, does not count for one of the 12 substitutions, and it's just a ball control, digging, passing machine.
23-15 is our score. Emily Adams is on a serving run. Here comes Collymore against the big block. Seelhammer has the dig. Burdine. Back to Cruz, and Cruz puts it away. That's Jen Mendez. She has got 7 digs. Nicole Davis with 10. Ask me how I like the Libero or Libero.
Chris, how do you like
I like it so much, I think they should have 2 of them. They should put 2 of them back there in the center. Absolutely, I'd love it.
That's right. You spent most of Wednesday changing the rules of volleyball with a couple of Big Ten coaches.
That's right. I was telling Jim Stone and Chuck Irby how volleyball should be governed. And we're going to have a replay here. A replay. And Florida. Okay, difference in opinion on who hit the net. And that dig is out of bounds. And USC starting to jump for joy. At least the subs are, as the women of Troy just 6 points away now. Kayao Burdine has been nearly perfect.
Yeah, that name, Kayao, in Hawaiian means the morning rainbow. And boy, she has been perfect, just like
14 kills, and once again off speed, it's Cruz.
Here's a look at Pam Burdine, Kayao's mom, also the founder of Fusion Volleyball Club in 1989 in Southern California, giving underprivileged children opportunities in volleyball.
Sounds like a great idea, Cam Delos, and right now Florida has no answer for the USC attack. So Burdine set to serve. It's a big lead for USC in this 3rd game. Moskovic. Set left to Ross. Collymore. Oh, Davis. Perfect dig. Mick Haley says she's my stud in the backcourt.
That is some serious transition volleyball. Nicole Davis, an incredible athlete. She's a black belt in karate, and check it out. You see why. Just incredible scoop and athleticism, putting her body behind it. And April Ross in transition, finding the seam straight through the 2 blockers.
April Ross can do everything. Pass, set, hit, block, serve, dig. Trouble for Florida. And USC is just overpowering the Gators now.
The trouble is, USC is playing its game. Florida, I thought, to win this match had to be perfect, and they just haven't been. They were in game 1. They're making too many tentative mistakes here.
SC serving has been really dynamic here in the 3rd game. Collymore wide. And another point. So USC.
And I like it. Here's my school of thought. Jackie Robinson tying the shoe. It wasn't undone, folks.
Yeah.
She's slowing things down. She's not using a timeout for her coach.
Let's see if the Heather Cox strategy works here.
Elena Oden taught me that. She used to fiddle with her knee brace all the time.
28-17. Davis again. Sliding in is Ross. USC content to rally. Chapman. Free ball. SC. Back set. Osofsky. No! She's rejected. Collymore was there.
This Florida block is just so hard to get by. Look at the way the palms penetrate. Perfect timing. Turning that left hand in.
28-18 now. Florida needs a big run. A monster run. A miracle run. Down 10. Ross. Ross again.
Great coverage.
Burdine. Yes. That's something that's really come into women's volleyball. The attack from behind the 3-meter line, utilizing that 4th attack.
Yeah, the men started it using it as an offensive option, whereas the women used to only use it as an outlet. Now it is part of the playbook.
The first of 11 game points. Adams couldn't find it. Jammed down. What we mean that SC now with 11 chances, now 10 more chances in point per play or rally scoring. So a nearly insurmountable lead as Rachel Engel will serve. Second game point, they'll set Ross, and Ross puts it away. So USC looking like the undefeated national champs, the #1 team in America, and the #1 seed in the tournament. They blow out Florida in game 3, 30-19. So USC, will they be considered one of the great teams of all time? Let's see how they do in Game 4 before we give them that mantle.
This Christmas,
There's a boy here who is to teach us to fly.
you're invited on a journey
Don't let go!
you'll never forget.
There are mermaids, Indians, pirates.
Bring me those children! Peter Pan, rated PG. Theaters Christmas Day.
Clear to land. Traffic speed 2 jets.
Imagine zooming to anywhere in a split second. Imagine 40 times mega zoom and lightning fast autofocus. Imagine what we can do together. The new Dimage Z1, another digital breakthrough from Konica Minolta.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Absolutely.
He helped me pick this up.
This holiday, how can you possibly thank the woman who always believed in you? The Leo Diamond, handcrafted by the artisans at Leo Schachter. The first diamond to be independently measured and certified for its superior fire, sparkle, and brilliance. And like all diamonds at Kay, every Leo is hand-selected.
Can I give you folks a lift?
Every kiss begins with K.
I swim the 200. I study sociology. I grind out laps. I cram for tests. I race nationals. I take finals. And when I finish, I'll be ready to start.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
The NCAA Division I Women's Championship Final. USC trying to complete the undefeated season. Florida got off to a great start and won Game 1. But USC taking charge, utilizing the big front line, dominating. USC leading now 2-1. Along with Heather Cox, I'm Chris Marlowe. USC trying to become the 5th team to record back-to-back championships. Remember, a year ago was the great Logan, Tom, and Stanford. They were going for back-to-back championships. USC looking for its first in over 20 years. This was the final play. Katie Olsovsky and USC had beaten Stanford and won its first title since 1981. The back-to-backers, some of the great teams of all time. Heather Cox.
Hawaii did it first in the early 80s, then Pacific in John Dunning's first and second years behind an Elena Oaten squad, won in 85 and 86, and then UCLA, of course, Andy Banikowski, players like Holly McPeak, Natalie Williams, Elaine Young, getting it done in 90 and 91, and of course, Stanford with the great Logan Tom in the late 90s. Statistically, the hitting errors continue to mount for the Florida Gators. That is the key, hitting consistency. In the game that they won, they hit 300%. In the 2 games they've lost, they've been below 200. That is clearly the difference, but you've got to give USC a ton of credit blocking-wise, and they're playing more consistently. It's almost like they've understood the tempo a little bit better in games 2 and 3, and their offense is clicking because of it.
Florida has flopped its rotation. The front row players have moved to the back row players have moved to the front. They've moved 3 positions. Will that affect them? I think you can get some new vision.
Well,
yes.
exactly. And Kale Burdine was just teeing off against Moskovic. Let's see how the other players do with Moskovic.
And the first spike goes down, and USC leads it 1-0.
And look for Tony Anderson to continue to set over number 23 Orange every single time she has a good pass, because it's just been successful for USC.
Unable to make the connection now. Moskovic to Williams.
Yeah, the timing in the middle was great in game 1. Since then, it has deteriorated. Sometimes your hands get tense, your legs get tense when there's a lot of pressure, and you just don't have the same touch on the ball.
Good pass there. Here comes Collymore. And Collymore's dug. Engel piles it up. Cruz, tip. Ross is right there. April Ross always right there when you need her. Beebe. Back set from Beebe. Mendez is there. Mendez, very reliable. Williams, yes.
Sherry Williams is a player that needs to continue to get involved. call for the ball, yell at Lauren Moskovic, tell her to set her, because she is a person that can go toe-to-toe in the middle with the players like Osofsky and Adams.
2-1 game for USC. If they win this game, they will be the champs. Taylor Williams is out.
And serving continues to be a problem for Florida. Just 1 ace on the night, 9 errors. That is a ratio that'll keep any coach up at night.
Cruz, did she get the touch?
Oh, she had to have.
Apparently not.
How does the ball get deflected that much without a touch? Check it out. Watch the change in direction off the hands of the blocker. Boom, right off of the right hand of Katie Osofsky.
4-1 SC. And the freebie to Florida. Moskovic, nice up, and Chapman.
That was a great save by the setter. Lauren Moskovic going up high with the one-handed save to keep her offense in it.
Lauren Moskovic will serve. 4-2 SC. Adams, yes. Make it 5-2.
Emily Adams slowly but surely having a better match. Hit negative throughout all of game 1, most of game 2, now right at 0. 7 kills, 7 errors.
And I'm able to bring it up. Jackie Robinson, who has played beautifully. 13 kills. She's been very good, both in the semifinal and in the final.
She has come to play very focused. You know, she told me yesterday, she said, hey, it's all about being effective, being aggressive for 90 points. We don't take a point off.
USC leads the match 2-1. But you don't see any indication that Florida is getting its act together. Sometimes when they get a point, it's because USC makes a mistake, not they're earning it.
The adjustments Mary Weiss's squad has to make, it has to serve better. It also has to run a more sophisticated attack, run a lot of crossing patterns, but the only way you can do that is with better passes.
Great serve by Cruz. She doesn't have an ace yet. There's a nice dig. Calling for it in the pipe. Instead, they go to Robinson. Nice up. K.Al Burdine. Here comes Adams. Collymore. Moskovic. Double contact. Moskovic struggling a little bit.
Well, she's trying to mix it up, but she's not in position. You know, you really have to keep that ball right on top of your forehead to be able to set all 3 positions, and she's just been forced to go high and outside way too often.
In her defense, though, when the passes are all over the place, you're really running for your life. There's a good pass. Let's see what she does. She goes to Chapman. Adams. Mendez, no. And SC gets another point.
Yeah, Mary Weiss said in order to win this match, we have to beat them at a track meet. We can't go toe-to-toe with them. We can't go right at their blockers. They were successful in game 1. Since that, USC has just elevated its level of play.
7-4. Chapman. Nicole Davis got it up. One of the Trojans was into the net. And now Chapman will serve. Davis with a spectacular dig.
This is a great point scoring rotation for Florida. If you're USC, you want to rotate right out of it. 3 blockers across the net for Florida. USC in a 2-hitter situation with Anderson, the setter, in the front row. Chapman just shot Florida in the foot for the opportunity to take advantage of that strong point scoring rotation.
8-5 our score. Nice up. Anderson. And Florida into the net. Don't forget, coming up right behind volleyball, Big 12 SEC Challenge, number 9 Georgia, number 5 Texas. We will take you out there at the conclusion of this match. If SC wins, we'll take you out there very soon. If Florida comes back and wins, well, maybe a little bit longer. Point scored, along with Heather Cox, I'm Chris Marlowe. We're in the midst of game 4, and USC controlling the match at the moment.
USC just so deep, so versatile, have not been predictable at all in this match.
Florida have having trouble blocking. Sherry Williams only 1 block since the first game. Into the middle, BB tip. Engel is there. BB missed one. She is such a reliable hitter. When she hits one out, you just go, oh my gosh.
That's rare. Amazingly, that's just her second hitting error of the night. And she swung at the ball 19 times. I mean, that's incredible.
Can Florida get to a 5th and final game? And cutting inside. Nice shot. USC, if you just joined us, 34-0, undefeated.
The cut shot, the right hand turning and cranking in. Burdine, don't forget the MVP of the national championships a year ago.
Williams bounces it down the line. So Sherry Williams, she'll be back next year. She will be one of the mainstays on this Florida squad that graduates Cruz. Now Collymore serving. Into the middle. Burdine, a little misdirection play, and SC scores again. Florida can't stop them.
Yeah, this is a team that is just cranking on all cylinders. Every option there. That's the oldest play in the book. It's 2. It's a high 2 in the middle, but Burdine's arm just too powerful.
Free ball coming to Florida. It's 11-8. Mendez on the money. And Williams hits it straight down.
Hey, on a good pass, I think you need to establish Williams as often as can.
So Williams goes out, and Williams comes in. Here comes Taylor to serve. Got the jump floater, but it's a hard jump floater. One of the best we've seen. It's set too low. Olsovsky says, give it to me again. Katie Olsovsky playing in her final, I believe this is her final match, is it not?
Yes, she is a senior, 6'3" senior. Look at the efficiency. For 4 years, she has just been steady Eddie.
Or steady Edith. Cruz. Nice dig by BB. BB wants it. BB gets it. BB smokes it. Oh, BB Candelas.
Playing in front of her family who drove 12 hours from Mexico to watch her play, and she is making the most. I mean, to me, she is the MVP right now of this match.
Viva BB. Now, here comes Williams. Adams was there. Socked up by Burdine. Wow. Was that okay? Florida's going to get it back.
And Emily Adams is hurt.
Oh, Adams, I wasn't quite sure. Maybe she banged her hip. Or maybe lower leg. She's going to stay in. She's tough. Now, Lauren Moskovic, if Florida's going to make a run, they've got to do it when their big lineup is up front.
Baker.
Anderson says, I don't care if your left leg hurts. I'm setting you.
At 6'6", you don't have to jump that high anyway, honey.
If you're wondering about Adams on the national team, she says she's not really interested this time around. She's going to go to Europe and study. International relations student.
I'm thinking about playing overseas while she's at it.
Over the top. Florida's got it up. Loss. Loss. USC leading the match 2-1. Mary Wise's team trying to hang on here in game 4.
One flat rate, right? Yep. LA, please. Hey, do you want to be friends? You seem a little tense. Do you mind if we stop and see the Grand Canyon? Oh! I can smell the ocean.
Flat rate pricing. Bad idea for taxis. Good idea for online trading. At Ameritrade, you pay one flat rate of $10.99 for all internet equity trades. Sign up now and trade commission-free for 5 weeks. Plus, get our 5-second guarantee. Go to Ameritrade.com/TV/ or call 866-373-0622.
Well, I think you look great.
This year, the holidays are Gateway, so give the box. Inside, find the season's hottest gifts. For a limited time, get a free Gateway 5-megapixel digital camera with the purchase of select PCs, like our M675, which features an Intel Pentium 4 processor with HT technology. It makes sharing digital pics easy. We also have great desktops starting under $500. So hurry in, give the box.
ESPN2's exclusive presentation of the NCAA Women's Division I Volleyball Championship is brought to you by Peter Pan. This Christmas, discover the timeless story as you've never seen it before. Starts Christmas Day by Konica Minolta. And this holiday season, shop K Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K. USC leading 2-1 and 15-10 here in game 4. Glad you're with us. The NCAA Championship final. USC turning it on against the Florida squad. Mick Haley's team, 17 seasons at Texas. Then he went to the U.S. Olympic team, and he told us this week he was rejuvenated by the experience. Said before he didn't like to go watch other teams play and practice. And he came back to USC, and he's really got a new feeling about volleyball. Likes to watch, likes to coach, likes to theorize, likes to see teams play offense.
When it shows in the way he's coached his USC teams, just the second coach to win titles at 2 different schools. John Dunning, of course, won at University of the Pacific and Stanford, and Haley has done it at Texas and USC.
Pretty good dig by Florida, 16-11. Florida still not out of it if they can put together a run. Ross, not yet. Adams, that's a high ball, baby. Florida goes and gets it. Collymore. Collymore looking a little bit tentative now after a great start. Ross. And did she get a touch? No.
You know, Mick Haley was telling me he's so comfortable being back here in Dallas. This is his home state. He and his wife, Carrie, spent many years in Austin when he coached at Texas. Carrie, a great player as well. And they said they are enjoying being here back in the state of Texas. He said, you know, I just feel comfortable here. I know where everything is. I know how to drive around in the city, which nobody else does.
Dowdy Cruz serving. I would say Mick Haley's done well in life, don't you think?
I'm not sure you can be any more successful in the sport than he has. National championships at 2 different schools, an unexpected great 4th place finish at the Olympics. I mean, he's done it all.
Back set, Robinson trying to kill it. Ross got it. April Ross. What a career she has had for USC.
Yeah, she came in as a freshman with so much pressure, so many expectations after an incredible career in high school. And Carrie, you know, just business as usual. Just another day in the office.
Ross with the ace. April Ross. She has some national team aspirations. Mick Haley said she might train as a setter with the USA national team.
She's such an incredible all-around player. I also think that if she wanted to toy around with a beach career, she would be very successful outdoor. Of course, the sport of beach volleyball, only 2 players, and you really have to be an incredible all-around player to be successful.
How about April Ross and Kim Wilby on the AVP Tour next year?
That would be a mighty fine team. Kim Willoughby, of course, the National Player of the Year out of University of Hawaii.
Florida's got to get going. And Chapman hits her best ball of the afternoon. Michelle Chapman. She's been the soldier this year, changing positions, Heather. She's only 5'11".
And talk about a giver, just so versatile. Has done everything asked of her. And that, by the way, was a great set out of Lauren Moskovic as well. Nice and high to get around that USC block.
18-13 now. Florida down by 5. Still chance for a rally. Burdine. And the put away. Don't forget women's basketball. Georgia, Texas. A top 10 matchup coming up next here on ESPN2.
And Andy Landers, if you're listening, you owe me a tour of your farm in Georgia. He has got a dairy farm. He's got cows. I'm a huge cow fan. And he has promised me a tour of that farm someday.
Cruz. And Cruz got it. Oh, they're going to say it's out. Looked like it was in the corner. One linesman saying in, the other linesperson saying out. And Mary Wise takes time out.
It's a good play. Refocus your kids on the next play. Good idea to call the timeout.
So the USC women of Troy just 10 points away.
Go ahead, you can handle it. Now you can take on the curves, the twists, the turns.
With the revolutionary Craftsman 3D sander, only from
Florida played well in game 1, but it's been all USC in the other games.
Yeah, USC just so much veteran experience. They returned 5 of 6 starters from that national championship squad of a year ago.
Florida has played in this tournament much better than expected. They got by their semifinal match for the first time in 7 chances. And Mary Wise's squad in the title match, but not quite up to handling this talented USC squad.
Yeah, and Mary Wise trying to follow in the footsteps of Becky Burley, the soccer coach at Florida in 1998, broke the women's barrier in soccer, winning a title and beating Anson Dorrance at North Carolina. And she said that, Becky has really been a mentor and a leader for her.
2 tremendous athletic programs as Collymore puts it through. Jane Collymore's 14th kill. And Florida's got it. Florida only loss this year was to USC, and now it looks like there may be another one coming up. Burdine! You like Candelas ahead of Burdine as the MVP.
In this game, I changed my tune. I had Burdine, Candelas side by side, but I think Burdine has done more for her team in every rotation, serving, defense, blocking. It's a tough one, though. It's pretty great to have 2 choices.
5 USC seniors in this lineup. Ross, Olsovsky, Anderson, Davis, and Lance. And Mick Haley's squad closing in now, just 8 points away.
Of course, for Florida, if they were to win and come back in 5, I might have to give it to Jackie Robinson.
Maybe. SC hits it out. You never know when a rally can begin with a little point like that. 22-17. Gator fans come alive, hoping. And the service ace, Collymore.
And you saw Mary pumping her fist because she knows how crucial this rotation is with Audi Cruz serving. They can spark and go on a run.
Now let's take a look at the Pontiac High Performance moment. Just a moment ago. Woo! The on-the-line ace. Wise says yes. Our Pontiac High Performance moment.
Jane Collymore and Audi Cruz, the 2 best servers on this team. And those are the 2 rotations that Florida can score streaks of points in. If you're USC, it's crucial that you side out in a hurry. Keep the momentum on your side with great blocking and the great transition defense they've had in this match.
USC has won 46 matches in a row. Some people are calling them one of the great teams of all time. How do they stack up with USC's first undefeated team, coached by Chuck Irby in 77, 38-0, 32 sweeps, 6 All-American starters, and they had 5 Olympians. This USC team, though, very comparable, Heather.
It's amazing to look side by side at the tradition, both past and present. 5 Olympians led by Debbie Green in 1977. Certainly some chances, some Olympians on this team. I think Bibiana Candelas will play for the Mexican national team. April Ross could be one of those all-around players that could play for Toshi Yoshida.
This team lost Tracy Lindquist, Lauren Killian, and Julie Mariani from a year ago. Nicole Davis has been outstanding as the libero. Collymore with a serve. Can Florida come back? Is it wrapped up yet? Oh, and Bibi. Wow, trajectory.
That's a 2-foot line facial. How does that happen? I guess when you're 6'6", anything can happen.
There have been 2 undefeated teams in the NCAA era. Of course, the great Nebraska team in 2000, and of course, Brian Gimalero's Long Beach State squad of 1998. Williams goes out. USC can equal those feats. And Williams says, come on, ace time for Taylor.
It's not over yet.
Off the top of the net, Anderson. USC going to miss Tony Anderson next year. Cruz, tip.
Gotta stop tipping.
Olsovsky. Moskovic. Cruz rejected. BB and Olsovsky.
I said you have to stop tipping, but you also can't hit right into the block. That block averages 6'4", and just a complete roof, all 4 hands over and sealing the net.
Serve out of bounds. Don't forget, moments after we conclude here in Dallas, Texas, we're sending you to Austin, Texas. Number 9, Georgia, and number 5, Texas. Women's basketball coming up next. It's a game to 30. If you're a women's basketball fan, this is women's volleyball, the final match of the year. SC closing in on an undefeated season. Florida trying to hang on. in its first championship final. Jen Mendez, pass. Cruz, tipping. Ross, she's got it again. Howdy got to take a whack at it. She calls for it. She gets it. Nicole Davis, another dig. Back out to Audi, and she smacks it through.
Talk about a pressure player. Audi Cruz in transition. They continue to go after their big arm. Audi Cruz got them here. They know that Audi Cruz is their only shot at advancing them into this 5th and final game.
Florida creeping, down by 3 now. Into the middle, Adams sneaks it through. Emily Adams, the junior from Phoenix, hitting over 400 this year. It's 25-21. Osofsky will serve it. Cruz.
And that's what you have to do if you're Florida. Don't continually set her in the same position. Move her across the court. She's lightning quick. She doesn't have the size to compete with USC, but she's got the quickness and the athletic ability. You need to use that.
Coming in, the freshman Deborah Seelhammer. She will be the libero for USC next year. Florida needs an ace from Audi Cruz here, trailing by 3. Pretty good serve. Set left to Ross. Florida with a chance here. Over to Collymore. Have to take a swing. We've got to attack USC. Ross. Beautiful dig by Mendez.
Step back. They keep going to the outside way too much.
Collymore, yes! Collymore doesn't care about Heather Cox. She whammas cross court. And Florida pulls to within 2.
Nice set by Moskovic right up into the hitting window. Jane gets a full approach and can go inside the SC block.
Audi Cruz with the serve. And she wails it out of bounds.
Passing critical right now.
26-23. And now April Ross, one of the best servers in the country, ready to let it roll. Mayev very close to the line. Collymore. SC transition. Left side. Burdine. Not yet. Moskovic goes and gets it. Out of the back line. Cruz. No! Davis with the dig. Burdine puts it away. And SC is heading towards back-to-back with their 27th point. 3 points away now.
Just so good, so deep, so versatile, and it shows in the dig of the year from Nicole Davis.
And a timeout called, the final one for Mary Wise. What a defensive play for the designated digger. And that, of course, is Nicole Davis. The first official libero in USC history. We're going to head to the college basketball studio and join Kara.
Thanks, Chris. A top 10 game today in women's college basketball, and it is a great one. Number 9 Georgia at number 5 Texas. The Longhorns with a 24-game home winning streak on the line. As we take a quick look, 14 minutes left in the first half. It's Georgia with a 7-6 edge right now over Texas. This one just underway. So the Big 12 SEC Challenge continues. We will get you to this game as soon as we see the conclusion of the women's NCAA Volleyball Championship. Here's Chris and Heather.
The NCAA Division I Volleyball Championship. USC trying to put the icing on a beautiful cake. An undefeated season and back-to-back national championships. Only 2 teams have done it in the NCAA era. 2 other teams did it in the AIAW era. The 77 USC team and the 73 Dixie Grimmett coached Long Beach State team. So USC now just 3 points away, Heather.
A year ago at this exact time, they won the title, got the national championship ring. They put it away during fall camp. Nobody has brought it out since because they said this is a new season. We want to earn a new one.
Jackie Robinson has played like an All-American. 14 kills for Jackie Robinson. And that makes it 27-24. The game is to 30, win by 2.
Front row setter, this is a good opportunity for Florida.
They go to Burdine, blocked. SC covers. Back to Burdine. And Burdine guides it down. She is a cerebral hitter. A masterful performance for K.A. Burdine, 22 kills. Burdine hitting .375. She also has 17 digs. Adams serving now. 28-24. Free ball. Kill number 23 coming up. You betcha. K.A. again. And now the first championship point for the USC Women of Troy to complete an undefeated season and go back-to-back. Adams to serve it. Into the net.
A year ago in New Orleans, the USC Women of Troy each took home a piece of the sport court, a piece of the floor. They've used it all year long for motivation and inspiration to get right back here.
Second championship point for USC. Engel will serve. If SC puts it down, they win. Left side, Burdine. No, she missed it. Florida hangs in. 29-26.
So much pressure. The server cannot miss. If she does, match over.
Third championship point. USC goes to Beebe, and it's over. USC has won the national championship again. USC completes the undefeated season, 35-0. They've now won 47 straight matches, extending the USC's NCAA record. Heather Cox, quickly your comments.
The most physically imposing team in volleyball history dominates again.
K.A. Burdine is the championship MVP. Once again, the final score, USC wins the national championship for the second straight year. Mick Haley, our congratulations to him. This has been an exclusive presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. For Heather Cox, I'm Chris Marlowe. So long for Dallas. Don't forget, college basketball is coming up next.
And thanks a lot, guys. We're here at the Frank Irwin Center in Austin, Texas. Number